We are live. Hi, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are in the world. It's Claire and me here, and if you've been following us here in the journey, I'm sure you both know you know us both. And we've been pretty much around since the very beginning. I think in years. We don't want to say the years because it makes us feel old.
You're
so
old, yes.
A long time. It sounds better. The reason we're coming together today is we're so excited because we're literally days away from the first Journey Intensive online. And this is a new program that we've created, especially as lockdown happened, as the coronavirus crisis started, because for once we actually have Brandon in one place and we could create a new program. So all of the modules, everything is brand new, and it's been filmed in a way that it is exactly the same as it would be if you were in a seminar room with her. So you have a co-presenter for Europe, it's Arnold, and Arnold usually travels with Brandon all over Europe and co-presents and co-hosts the Journey Intensive with her. For North America, you have me, and when we go to North America, I'm the one doing it. And in Australia, you have Sharon Turton, she's our beloved presenter over there. So it will be very, very similar to actually experiencing a Journey Intensive in life. And there are questions. So we have miles and miles of questions. And well, Claire has been sitting behind the scenes. And Claire, thank you so much for all that you are doing at the moment, because I mean, you've been working round the clock, getting everything ready and really making the format in such a way that it can work. And I think we start with you. We start with you kind of how does it work? How does it work online? And I'm nervous because I'm the co-host for the first time online, where Arnold has been hosting Journey Method Online in the past for a long time. So he's a lot more familiar in this format than I am. But how does it work? Let us know.
Okay, so we have a brand new membership site where everything is going to be contained within there. And so what will happen is as soon as you register for the Journey Intensive, you get access, or you'll get an email coming up shortly to get access to this membership site. And in there, when you click on where it says the Journey Intensive online, you just click on that and it takes you through to the whole program. So basically, like hour by hour, it tells you where you're going to need to be and what's going on during that time. So you just click on, if it's 9 o'clock Saturday morning, you click 9 o'clock Saturday morning and it says, hey, we're going to be meeting in this Zoom room. And it'll have the link. So all you have to do is click the button and it takes you off to Zoom. And then everything's going to be broadcast in this Zoom room. So it's like we're in this big, big massive conference room together, but it's all actually on the computer. So you'll be able to see all the different thumbnails of different people who are participating, and all the trainers who'll be there to support as well. So what happens within that room is that when it's time for Brandon to do the teaching, you'll see her take center stage like you would do at a live event. You'll go through the teachings with Brandon, and then there'll be live portions. So it'll switch between the teaching modules, and then you'll be asked to participate as well. So you'll be asked to share within the room, whether you're on mute or whether you're actually sharing it actually in the room. You'll be able to share what's coming up for you. And it pretty much just takes that format throughout the whole day. And then during the afternoon, you get the teaching of the Saturday is the emotional journey process. And what we're going to do is we're going to pair you up with another participant of the weekend. And you will have exchanged details. You'll have each other's contact details beforehand. So when it comes to that time in the afternoon, when it's time for you to do the emotional journey process, you'll get in touch with each other either by phone or email or Zoom or Skype or the myriad ways in which we can get in touch with each other nowadays, and you'll agree how you're going to get in touch and how you're going to swap your process. So, for example, on the Saturday afternoon, get on the phone or via Skype, and you'll be swapping your emotional journey process through there. Now, we've got a massive amount of trainers who are available to support, and again, you're going to get those contact details. So if you get stuck at any point, you can just give them a call and say, hey, I'm I'm stuck at this point, can you help out, can you give some advice? And they'll just talk you through how to continue through that process. Also, you'll still have access in that membership site, the one where you come in at the start of the day. You'll have access to each other just to type little notes throughout there. So if you need any support, you can just say, hey, I need a little bit of help at this point, and they can get in touch with you because they'll have your details as well. So that's pretty much how it's going to take shape and form throughout the 2-day event. So you'll come in the morning, you'll go through the teaching, you'll cross your process in the afternoon, you'll have trainers there to support if you need them. And Sunday, we'll regroup at whatever time we regroup on the Sunday morning. It's different times for different places. And same format again. You'll have your teaching portions, a couple of live interaction portions, and then you'll swap your process in the afternoon. And the 2-week version takes a bit of a different format because obviously not everyone can commit to the 2 full days. So we've made it available over a 2-week period of time. And what that means is it's exactly the same site, exactly the same membership site where all of the videos and all of the members and everyone who's undergoing the course, all of the trainers, they'll all be part of that membership site as well. So you can always come in there and you'll step by step get access to the different videos that will take you through exactly the same teaching that you will have had on the weekend in exactly the same order. And you just watch them at your own free time, at your own, whenever's convenient for you. And again, to support you, we're going to have live calls, which are with the co-presenters. So Arnold in Europe, Gaby in North America, and Sharon in Australasia. And they are at specific times. I don't remember because they're all over the place, but different key points during those 2-week, that 2-week period where you can just touch base. Ask questions if you want to. It's not compulsory to join those. We do recommend that you do, obviously, because then we can give you the support. And not only that, but we've also got trainer support. Again, they will have given their details, their contact details, the times that they're available. So when you've got your partner for that 2-week period, which we'll pay you up with, when you decide to do your process, you might want to take a look and see when the trainers are available and book your process for that time so that if you need the help, you know that you've got someone that you can call. So that's it in a nutshell.
Wow. Sounds
Yeah.
amazing. Sounds amazing. When you say phone, it kind of takes me back to having to ring somebody. But I think so many of us are familiar with using Skype or Google Hangout or WhatsApp, and we can do that on the phone, you know.
Yes.
Somebody asked me along the lines here somewhere, I haven't got a laptop or a desktop available for the weekend. Can I do this on the phone? Actually, yes, you can. Yes. And so there is, you can get Zoom on your phone. You can also get this particular network, our membership network. You can get that on your phone. So yes, the answer is that. Language is the many questions we had. Is this in English? And I think we're going to do it in Romanian language.
Yes, we are.
The only foreign language we do English and Romanian because we had such a keen group from Romania, and so they've organized their own translation team, and they get live translation through WhatsApp. So that's so if there's somebody listening from Romania, you can join the keen group from there. But it's the first time, and as we've gone through this first one, we then going to open it up more into other languages, in German, in French, and yes, Claire.
I do want to say that yes, there's simultaneous translation in Romanian via a WhatsApp group, but also if you do want to process in a different language, we are going to be pairing you up with people in that language. So what you're going to want to watch out for over the next coming days is you're going to get an email asking you for your contact details and for what language you're interested in processing in. And that way, when I get all the details, I can pair you up together with other people in that same language as much as we possibly can. So hopefully there'll be a partner for each of you. So please keep an eye out for that email and remember to send those details that I do need.
That is really, really fabulous. And I'm so glad you brought that up. So if your English is great to listen to Brandon in teaching in English and doing some of the exercises during the day with me or Arnold or Sharon, you still can't you can process in your own language. We have pretty much our journey intensive process sheets in probably, well, not every language.
A lot of languages.
German, French, Italian, Spanish, whatever.
Swedish, Czech, Slovak, Hebrew, Romanian.
We have it, so we can support you in whatever language you are. We just need to have a second person that can share that process with you and read it.
Yeah.
So there were some specific questions about the actual work, and I would love to address that also a little bit. There's somebody said, my fears are real. If I do a process, it's not going to change anything what's happening out there. This is such an incredible question, because I would have asked the same question when I first came to the journey. And yet, when we clear this old morass of underlying fears out, we can perceive what's happening currently with so much more clarity. We have fears stored in our cells, in our beings, in our bodies, at the very core. And so our thought processes are more fearful. The way we think, the way we act, the way we speak is more fearful. But you start clearing these old, outdated fears out. And then, yes, I don't know what's happening tomorrow. The world may stop tomorrow, but I'm here now. I'm present now. I have a roof over my head. I have a meal on my table. I have a beautiful husband to share my space with. I have beautiful colleagues at work. I have people who I can connect with. And all which is important is right here. And even if it's something to do with financial concerns and worries, we become more creative. We can allow this infinite wisdom, this infinite presence that everybody is going to access through this weekend to work through us and come up with a solution. It is kind of a complete turnaround. And the perception of life, nothing needs to change on the outside, but how I respond to the outside is what changes. So I hope that answers your question, whoever this person was who came in with it, but it is a very real question, and our perception changes. Nothing needs to change on the outside. It's another beautiful thing that happens. I'm just being reminded of it. The problem is with my partner, or the problem is with my friend. What's it going to do if I change? Nothing's going to change. Well, guess what? I don't know, and Claire, you support me in this. How many times have we worked something on ourselves? I can think of my mum, for example, or my dad. I let go of an issue, and you come back home and you meet your parents, and it's gone. Yeah. It's almost like they don't need to do this anymore. It's kind of, if I change, the people around me can change. Absolutely. And that's probably one of the most amazing gifts that come with the journey that I have witnessed in my life. I'm super busy. What's the time commitment? Somebody said, I'm super busy, so much going on in my life. What's the time commitment? Well, there is a way that if you really want to throw yourself in, roll up your sleeves and really dive in deeply, you can do this on a Saturday and Sunday. Yeah. And if for some reason you start out with the intention of doing it like that, but then something happens, your internet breaks down, an unexpected visitor comes and you can't continue, your one subscription takes you through, it allows you to join the 2 days and the 2 weeks. So, you can stop at the weekend and say, this is too much, I can't take it, and pick it up during the week afterwards when it's more relaxed time-wise. So how many hours would you think?
Oh my goodness, that's a very good question.
It's actually not that much.
It's not that much at all. And I honestly couldn't say without looking and
if I very, very quickly. It's probably in total, including the process, is probably about 12 hours.
Maximum, I'd say.
Maximum, if that. So 10, probably like 10 hours, more like 10, 10 to 12 hours. So it's 2 full days during the weekend, and then obviously 10 or 12 hours over 2 weeks. You can figure that one out, and you govern yourself how quickly you want to go through that. You may have an evening where you can do more, and some days where you can do less. So you can work that out for yourself. But that's about that.
Completely doable in a busy life.
Yes, it is. And you'd be so grateful that you've taken the time, because somehow very often, even after I've done the journey, and it's like, I get really busy and stressed, and I don't have enough time. And I finally get round to taking the time and doing a process. And all of a sudden it feels like time is just moving so much slower. Has that happened to you?
It has. It's not happening at the moment. Perhaps it's time for me to get processing.
I'm just looking. I've done a lot of work on myself already. Is this anything new and useful for me? Well, it depends what you have done. If you've done the journey already, then it's not new. And you know what? I have seen people. I remember a really dear friend of ours now, Daniel. I'm sure he wouldn't mind me saying that. He's been a searching soul from the age of mid-teens, and he's in his 50s now. And he came to a journey intensive in Prague, I think 4 years ago. And he came to me afterwards and he said, oh my God, he said, I have followed a guru. I have been in India. I've been sitting in caves. I've been doing this. I have never experienced anything like this. And we were in a hotel in the center of Prague. So whether you're in the center of Prague, whether you're in a Zoom room, whatever you do, this work, and what Daniel shared with me, I've heard so many people say, I've been a meditator for 20 years. I have never experienced this. I've been doing this, blah, 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 blah. I have never experienced. So is it something new? Yes, it is. If you haven't done the journey, I can promise pretty confidently that it will be new for you. And I really hope that you just throw yourself in. And what's also amazing is that these tools stay with you. They are with you forever. And it kind of, I was writing a message to our community the other day, and I actually said, we get so used to what we know, we forget how powerful it is. We forget that we actually use what we learned on a day-to-day basis. That if a strong emotion comes up, we just stop, you just breathe, you be present, it's just an emotion. It's so many little things that we take for granted, but then I have to remember other people don't even know, and it's like you get scared or you get angry and you don't know what to do with it. You just, got to breathe it all in or push it down or try and get over yourself. And it's so much more freeing, so much easier to do it that way. What Claire, you have as many years as me.
I do. Oh, gosh.
You're a mom.
Anyone who is saying, is this something different? I would say, yeah, absolutely it is. For me, it was absolutely life-changing. I came to the journey after having an ovarian cancer diagnosis, and I'd gone the traditional route with chemotherapy and surgery and yada yada, and went on my spiritual path, spiritual searching, and came across the journey, and something said yes. And when I went and I went and did the first weekend with Brandon, and it just hit the nail on the head for me. It made so much logical sense in the way that it was taught and the reasons behind the science behind it. But then on the actual emotional level, it's changed my life massively, just massively. And it's ongoing. It's an ever deepening thing. And as you say, Gaby, it's something that you come back to time and time again. It's, you know, once you've done one process, you can keep doing more and more and more and more and clearing out more and more and more. And life just changes. Life just changes massively. So yeah, anyone who's saying, you know, I've done so many things and is it for me? We get so many people, as you know, that come and say, oh, I've tried everything and maybe this worked or that didn't work, and they come to the journey and they go, wow, this is it. And it really is. So
and
yes.
You also mum, you know, you're a
Yes,
mum.
I am.
How old is Charlie now?
She's 9. She's a big grown-up 9.
All our friends who have children, I can see that the journey kind of filters down.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's and in relationship, you know, we stop projecting our problems to our partner, so we own the issues that come up for us. But you made me remember why I came to the journey at the beginning, and because that was also one of the questions that most of the people have illness. It's not true, actually. There are people who come with an illness or with a physical issue. There is emotional problems like depression or anxiety or stress, and yet I came in my infinite wisdom and little arrogance at the beginning. I had just completed my study as a homeopath, and I thought, this sounds really, really good. I wonder if this is something I can use for my clients. And I came to the very first weekend, and I actually realized how much work I had to do on myself. And so it got me there because I came as a therapist, and I realized that it was me who needed most of the work to start with before I could do anything else. And if you use it, you know, then you use it, you kind of let it flow in with your clients. You know, we have practitioners who use journey work. And it's funny enough, it was one of Deepak Chopra's assistants in the very, very early years. He came, he found out about the journey, and he said, wow, he said, this is really amazing. He said, this is actually the missing link in everything. It's the missing link in everything. And I so agree with it, because we have, you know, we have acupuncture, we have so many modalities that bring stuff up. We have life bringing stuff up right now, left, right, and center. But, you know, if you're hanging out in this peaceful place and nothing, you know, you go and have a massage, and all of a sudden you feel, you know, somebody touched something and something comes up. You take homeopathic remedies, you know, and something comes up. You go to an acupuncturist and something comes up. What do you do with it? You know, with a little bit of luck, you do it better the next time round. But with the journey, anything that comes up, that gets brought up, you can clear out, and you learn how to do it. And so from the moment you own those tools, you can do it. And hopefully with our community, with our membership community, we find also a beautiful way of continuing to stay together, to stay in touch with each other, and to have regular process work, to find friends online who we can swap journey processes with. And that's also, there is a membership platform in creation. It's a little bit like a Baustelle at the moment, but it will be ready. But everybody who comes to the Journey Intensive online has an automatic access for the first month, free of charge. And there will be live sessions with Brandon. There will be live sessions with Brandon's husband, Kevin, who is our CEO and also one of our prominent teachers in the journey. You will have every month, you will have an opportunity to swap journey processes, maybe more than once. And you have a new material, something that is only available to you, broadcast being shared on this particular platform. So that is also something you will get. Rangana has just come and joined us, and she said, such incredible work, so lucky. Absolutely, yes. Rangana is our journey presenter in India and parts of Asia. And she came to the journey, I believe it was breast cancer, and completely healed. So the stories of healing are phenomenal.
Yeah.
Whatever brings you here, if there is no issue,
Come anyway.
Because it's preventative. You know, why wait? Because we do all have unresolved cellular memories, stuff that we carried with us since childhood, and you might as well clear it out now, because every time you clear something out, it gets lighter, it gets freer, it gets fresher, it gets easier, and life becomes so much more breezy. I think that's
people come for all sorts of reasons. I mean, people come because they've got repetitive patterns going on in their lives, attracting really bad relationships, for example, or all sorts of different things. So it's not just about the physical thing. It's a very practical and also deeply spiritual process.
I'm just looking at, because there have been some questions. I have journeyed 2-3 times and I feel tough resistance, and I feel I will not be able to let go and still struggle. Doing it online will be double resistance. Well, what about, Suri, if we tell you that you could actually love your resistance?
Yeah.
This is why we have journey practitioners available to come and support you, because they know exactly the right words, what to say, how to support you. And resistance, it's natural. It is absolutely natural that we have resistance, because when we learn a lifelong of how to not show our emotions, and then all of a sudden they should come up, it's scary.
And change as well. Change is scary.
Yeah.
That part of you that is holding on to that behavior or that characteristic, it doesn't want to be let go of.
And we have so many different ways of supporting when somebody's experienced resistance, and that's exactly why we have such a vast host of trainers being available, being here supportive for you. So do it anyway, you know. Sorry, even if there is still resistance there at the weekend, it's got to crack. It's got to crack at some point. So you get the assistance, you get the support there and then. In the membership side, there is a whole area. You just go on support. Is it called support?
Yeah, there is a support area, but what we'll do is during the 2-day event, you'll have a trainer specifically assigned to you. And so you'll be able to go and find them within the membership site and introduce yourself, and they'll introduce themselves to you, so you can liaise directly with that trainer.
Even outside of the weekend, even support, you can see who is there and who is online. Yeah. And you can say, hey, can you help me? You know, I'm a little stuck, and resistance is just a kind of a fear of being concerned. Sometimes it's being concerned of, oh my God, what will show up? And Brandon just did a beautiful talk for a group of a big international group. And she also reminded, and I was just thinking about that, oh, what if something comes up that I'm not ready for and I get stuck? You know, there's been abuse in my background. The journey will only present you with what you're ready for. It won't dish anything out that you can't cope with. So very often it's those kind of fears, what if that comes up, that create the wall, that create the protection, what we perceive as resistance. So I'm very confident that our trainers, that our practitioner team will have the support that is needed for you, Suri. So that's that one. So how do we access the platform? Caroline, Claire has, you will, if you come in, you will get the link. You got to come first and trust that you get it.
You will get the link. It's coming over the coming days. You will
get the link, and then it's very simple. You just follow everything step by step. And Claire has even recorded a video today that will also tell you step by step by step by step. And so we're here. It's a little bit new for us as well, definitely for me, more than for Claire. But I'm a bit afraid of using it.
I love it. Once you get in there, and once you kind of start pressing a few buttons and moving your way around, it is so straightforward, so simple. Anyone who uses Facebook will find it really easy, and I love it because it's everything all in one place. It's everything. It's all Journey Family all in one place. It's all the materials all in one place. You know where to go to click on your Journey Intensive, and then you've got your schedule and you click there. It's so logical. It's really, really lovely. I'm very excited. And I want it to be released now. But it's coming the next few days.
I just need to say, I'm just looking through if there's any more questions, and I'm just seeing Anne Mamak here. Anne, hi. My goodness gracious. She said, truly amazing, totally transformative. A personal session with Brandon in 1996 in London broke the pot for me. So very grateful. I remember you, Anne. Oh my God, this is how long I've been around. So, and so lovely to see you. Lovely to see everybody else. What if I'm only available for one of the 2 days? Okay, here is the trick. Please, you can't come in on the Sunday without doing the Saturday. So if you do the Saturday and you can't do the Sunday, you can continue in week 2, which is then the second day, but all of it will all be laid out for you. So if you want to do something on the weekend, you have to start with day 1 because the teaching is a succession. So you need to start at the beginning. And if you start on Sunday and not do anything on the Sunday, that's the wrong way around. So please remember, if you only can do one day, it's got to be the Saturday, and then switch over to the 2-week program. What if I'm on? Yeah, that was that. Would you agree live session in September would be better, more powerful? Ruta, I don't know where we're going to have live events in September. We're still all waiting with bated breath where we can go, what the social distancing laws will be. The answer is I don't know. And I only know
now.
We have done a lot of online work, and we have a fabulous team who is helping us set up all of the background, the cradle in which everything takes place. These guys have been with us for a long time, I think 12 years now. So we know how to offer online stuff. We more often do it for the more advanced people, but it's amazing. You get as much out of it. And if I had a choice, I wouldn't wait. Does the session replace the calls scheduled for Thursday evening? No, Caroline, it does not. So the Thursdays, Claire, you can answer that question. Caroline Hughes is asking, does this session replace the call scheduled for Thursday? No. So you still got to come in on Thursday.
The call for Thursday is we call it a pre-meeting for the participants that are joining for the weekend event, for the 2-day event. And essentially, it's going to be just a way that we can get used to being online together. We'd probably do a little bit of a walkthrough of getting onto the membership site just to help orient people a little bit, because I'm not showing you anything in terms of the membership site here. And that's what we want you to be able to see, so that when it gets to the weekend, you're just immersed and there's nothing that you need to think about. So that's what the pre-meeting is for, is a little bit more technical, a little bit more, let's get used to this forum. So that is for the participants on Thursday night. So please come to that.
Sajida asks, do we need to take notes, or all the material will be available?
It'll all be available, no note taking needed whatsoever. You will get scripts that you need to download, which are your process sheets. Hopefully you
need a pen.
You need a pen, yes, exactly. You need a pen on the Saturday and the Sunday. But you get all the scripts there already uploaded into the membership site, so you'll have access to print those off. And those are essentially what you're going to read to your partner, to take your partner through the process. So you'll have time to get familiar with those even before the weekend, before we actually take you through the script. So everything that you needed is in there.
Well, I had a beautiful answer from Anne Mama. She's saying, so lovely to see you, Gaby. You haven't changed a bit.
Yay.
Journey clearly has the elixir of life. Well, that's very nice. Thank you very much, Anne. I'm very, very flattered. I think I wanted to say there was something I wanted to finish off with now. I got flattered. I forgot what I wanted. I think we covered most of the questions, and if
you can keep posting in the feed, and we'll stay on the feed and we answer any questions. I know what you wanted to say. We were going to keep the booking registration open.
Oh, yes. Because so many questions have come in right at the end, and Brandon has just met quite a big group of international people literally just an hour ago. So we've been asked if we could keep the registration open for a little bit longer. So we've extended it for another 24 hours, and an email will go out. So if there is somebody still wanting to come in who needs a little bit more time, somebody who wants to ask a friend and bring a friend along, please. We're still, I think it's tomorrow, depending on what time zone. I think it's about 9 o'clock when it changed, when it will stop tomorrow.
And it has to stop then, because then we have to do all the logistical side of things. So it will definitely cut off at that point, and then we will be busy behind the scenes.
Leslie is asking what time on Thursday evening?
Thursday evening is 7 p.m. UK time. The pre-meeting is 7 p.m. UK time.
7 p.m. UK time, which is 8 p.m. Central Europe, so Frankfurt, Amsterdam, that kind of 8 p.m. Caroline, that was your question, or no, hang on, Leslie Cook, what time? That was Leslie. Sarah Morse, if you have trainer questions, do we offer, can you come through to Clary, please? Sarah has some questions that Claire will get in touch with you and do it there.
Yeah.
Is there a limit in the number of participants? Actually, as we're doing it virtually, no, there isn't. There actually isn't. That's the amazing thing. It doesn't make any difference. And one of the things I'm now remembered what I wanted to say, and this is a beautiful one to finish on. I have been supporting Brandon online for also quite a few years. And sometimes it's just an hour's webinar. Sometimes it's something bigger or longer, or a seminar. And one of the things that I have experienced that I did not know was possible is that the shift in consciousness that takes place in a live seminar in a room happens in exactly the same way online. Sometimes we come into an online webinar environment, and you can feel the tension, you can feel people's concerns and fears, and then Brandon starts working with them. And as these things are coming to the surface, it gets lighter and lighter and lighter. And then at the end, we're all kind of hanging out in free spaciousness. And that's exactly what the online seminar will also offer and bring, and what is available for everyone there. And I've seen it happening so many times, especially now with lockdown. Most of the coaching work, most of the process work is happening online, and the results are equal. It's absolutely equal. It happens like this. It's the realization there is no distance, no anything. And what we did do is create 3 time zones, because with the weekend, and Brandon wanted the intensive to be offered over a weekend, because she feels it's an immersion, it's a real deepening for people to throw themselves in. And we were the ones and said, what if, you've got children at home, what if, and so we have the 2-day and the 2-week version available. But it's all possible. It's really all possible to kind of get. There's so much stuff coming. I'm just having a very, very quick look. I thought I read it was Friday evening. We need to check in at 7 p.m. for the pre-meeting. No, Jan, it's Thursday.
There's a few people saying that. I've had that question a few times. No, pre-meeting for participants is definitely Thursday. Definitely Thursday.
Aurea is asking if you are on the European time frame, is asking what time is Saturday and Sunday time start and end?
9 a.m. till about
9 a.m. UK time, Euros.
UK time. Yeah.
So that's 10 o'clock Central European time. The joining instructions, Zoom details, please via email. Yes, you will get all the information, and I promise everybody we won't run away. We won't close down and leave you all to yourself. We will be there in the background. We will be supporting. The trainers will be there. Claire will be there. I will be there. Arnold will be there. So there's a huge support there for everyone over the weekend, and it's going to be fabulous. And we're really, really looking forward to it. So we still have spaces. Come and join us, and do it before it closes down. And you need to do it. If you made up your mind, do it now, because your body starts preparing. You know, once you made a decision, your body and your being can throw. It already knows what it's doing the weekend, so you will start preparing, whether you like it or not. So thank you very, very much for being with us. Claire, any final words?
No, just really hope to see you at the weekend. Really do. I'll definitely be here.
Wonderful. Thank you very, very much, everyone. Have fabulous. I know that there's people here who will be joining us the weekend, and some people hopefully got inspired by what we had to share. So we hope to see you. Lots of love, and may the world wake up and heal big time. It needs it. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.